with this. Come and run again. You want a dose of this right now? It's KD. I'm a goddess with a blaze. 소리처럼 나 이름 믿지 못하게 loud, 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 loud. I could take you to the top. 절대 멈추지 못해. 내가 끝내주는 bad gal, gal, gal. When I started talk like that, oh, you know how to react. I'm a picture perfect face with that wild in my veins. You can hear it in my growl, 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 growl. So keep your eyes on me now. 무엇을 보든 좋아할 거야. 다 할 수 없는 배vo. 나와 되길 원한 늘 확신해. We got it all in our hands now. So can you handle what we're all about? What's so tough? Let's get it, show you up. Can you feel the rush now? Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. They could try, but we gonna wear the crown. You could go another round, 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 round. Wish you luck, but you're not bringing us down. We go hard, till we get it, we go hard. We so in it, we pop stars. Only winning, winning now. Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. You ready for this?
Let's go.
See, 언제든지 내 모습 매직 단 한 번에 내가 잡아 절대 기죽지 않지. 펴펴 네가 뭘 알아. 견딜 수 없어 원해도 원하는 게 얼굴에 보여. I'm troubling you running it. I'm so cold. When I move that way you gon' be so blown. I'm the realest in the game. Said I'm on fire with the blade. You're about to hear my name ringing in your head like whoa. So keep your eyes on me now. 무엇을 보든 좋아할 거야. We so tough. Let's get it, show you up. Can you feel the rush now? Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. They could try, but we gonna wear the crown. You could go another round, 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 round. Wish you luck, but you're not bringing us down. We go hard, till we get it, we go hard. We so in it, we pop stars. Only winning, winning now. Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. 난 멈추지 않아. We go hard. We pop stars. Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. They could try, but we gonna wear the crown. You could go another round, 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 round. Wish you luck, but you're not bringing us down. We go hard, till we get it, we go hard. We so in it, we pop stars. Only winning, winning now. Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down.
E-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
It's Thursday, my dudes. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. We have a very special guest joining us as well in this stream this evening. Her name is Sari, not sorry. It's pronounced Sari. Her gloving name is Starlight. I'm sure you know her by Starlight. She is the absolute queen of collecting glove sets, the queen of modding cases, and an absolute gloving dragon. So we would like to welcome Sari into our midst. Let me just get her unmuted here. Hang on one second. Let's unmute. There it goes. You're now unmuted. Say hello. You are unmuted. I need to turn you up a little bit though. I'm gonna turn you quite a bit up.
Test.
What do you? Can you hear Sari? Let me know.
Hello. Can you hear me?
if you guys have any problems, we'll fix them. But yeah, here we go. So, do you want to maybe show off what we're gonna give away?
Yeah, we have some fun stuff to give away. I was in my art dungeon lately, and I have lots of good casings for you guys. We're gonna start off with Pokeballs. Got a special set of Pokemods here for you that we can give away. Keep in mind that these are 1620 circular casing, so these will not fit all 25 lights, just so you know. We also have some rainbow stripedy boys. Nice little rainbow stripies. I do have some modded evolution casings here. So for your Chroma Inspector Evos, we got a little black dot with turquoise around it. And then one very lucky winner will win a full set of discontinued E-Light matrices with more rainbowy boys. With these 3D printed fisheye diffusers from Mama Cat's Crafts, and I'll be providing 100 batteries and 3 pairs of medium whites.
Holy
in
crap.
the process.
You were really spoiling
Yes,
my
sir.
chat. So yeah, anyways, that is a lot of really cool stuff that you guys are gonna have the opportunity to win at the end of the stream, so stick around. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Share the stream in Glover's Lounge or your local gloving community or Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. I don't care what you do, man. Just share it.
Barrett, let people win this stuff.
So I have all of these tiny hands. I have like 10 of them. I got these in Denver when I was there.
Oh, what at what was it? Cave the Wind in Boulder?
I don't know. I don't remember where it was, but it was
it
was like a
I
big.
think it was in Boulder.
It was a big like game store, but also had like magic and costumes and stuff. I don't know. It was
Regardless,
a very
they-
cool place, and I'm missing 2 of them. Missing two of my tiny hands, and I'd be able to do the tiny hands thing. But do you want to show off some of your glove sets?
Oh God, where do we begin?
Where
I don't
do
know,
we
chat.
begin?
Where do we begin?
If you had to, like, you've made an actual list, haven't you?
Yes. It keeps being revised. I don't know where it is right now. But rough estimate, I think I'm at 28 sets.
28 collector sets, right? These aren't just like standard,
Oh.
normal, regular. Because like I'm sitting on 8 sets of easy lights right now. Like that's not. I don't count those as my. I wouldn't count those towards my 28 sets.
Well, I mean, it depends. Like, you know, are we talking discontinued or, you know, you could tack that number probably closer down to like 15 or 20 if we're saying like collector sets, I guess. And I think I have about 10 with me here today.
Nice. So a good cross section to show off. Looks like chat's blowing up a little bit here. So, old Dave says happy Thursday. Blah blah. Lee says crank her up a little louder. It sounds like did I get you guys? Did I get the balance going good? Let me know if that worked out. Matthew Flom says 2 of my favorite people.
Oh, thank you.
And Snap says Siri spoiling us. Snap says tell Starlight that I have an important DM for her.
Oh, okay.
As long as it is not a dick pic, I think we're gonna be okay. He probably wants custom cases.
That's the one.
Whether he wins or not, I'm sure he wants custom cases. Let's see. Snap says notice me button. You know I always get to you. Balance is good. Okay, good. So sounds like we are finally balanced here. We got quite the rabble in chat already, which is good. We like to see that. Guys, go ahead and pop over to Sari's channel and give her a subscribe too, because she has way less subscribers than she should have on this platform. See, unfortunately, there's a timeline a universe in this vast multiverse where gloving didn't get sidetracked by Facebook and stayed on YouTube, and that's the better timeline. However, we did not end up in that timeline. I'm kind of upset about it. We could have been doing great things on YouTube. We could be like Mr. Beasting it, but instead we let the Zuck get us. I don't know how we let that happen.
The Zuck tempted us, and we said yes.
It's true.
And now we cry.
And now we cry.
It's alright. YouTube coming back is good. You know, a lot more people putting effort on it.
Yeah, I definitely have found the effort to be more rewarding on YouTube, at least. I don't know. You could always see the analytics on Facebook, but it was just like they'll change their shit at any given point, and it's just, I don't know, it's something else entirely. I'm not sure how I feel about it anymore.
Yeah, and the YouTube algorithm kind of like tricked us all into thinking that we were in control of it, and then out of nowhere it was just like, no more, you're done.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of the migration happened, you know, like on TikTok, which has an even more uncontrollable algorithm, but Facebook really said, oh, you thought.
Yeah. Yeah, Facebook gave us a taste of actual virality. And especially me, because I actually had that Eclipse video go viral on Facebook, but then only got 4,000 views on YouTube, and I'm like, why though?
Internet, what do you want from us?
Right.
Don't say feet. We're not going to start this.
Someone's asking if you can do kip ups with gloves. I don't think we can. I don't think we can expect that from Sari, guys.
Do pickups with gloves? Is that like an exercise thing?
So last week they tricked me into doing a foot cam.
Oh.
I'm not proud of it.
All right.
So essentially what happened is I've been doing an exercise where you know that ninja move where you lay on your back and you throw your weight up and land on your feet.
Oh yeah. I've been seeing.
That's called a kip up.
Oh,
and they convinced me to do that with gloves on my feet. And basically that's how they tricked me into taking my socks off on camera. So. Anyways.
Sneaky boys. Sneaky. I can't even do a kick up, so we probably would have to get to that step first before I would deny doing it with gloves on.
Don't worry. We don't have to go there.
We do not have to go there. All right. I think chat said rabbit mods. So we are gonna find.
Oh, there was someone that said something about rabbit.
Yeah.
I didn't know what that meant. Oh, rabbit mods. Okay, I just saw the word rabbit and I was just like, okay, rabbit. Yes, rabbit.
So my rabbit mods are one mode micromaxes with RGB, cyan, yellow, pink strobing diodes on the top of them, and I have JJ's Cryo 2.0s plugged into them in glow LED casings. Say that 5 times fast.
Okay. Oh, you already got the lights.
I do. I haven't.
That was like automatic. That was kind of.
Yeah, my laptop camera is not probably doing me many favors, but they have a flash on them that the LED is causing them to create like this pulsing, so they pulse the bulb through it, and the cryos look really nice on them because they're nice and bright. So the dimming that I get from the rabbit mods, God, you really can't see those laptops light, can you? Let's try and mess with that.
This is where that capture card comes into play.
Yep, that capture card, that would have been helpful. But alas, I'm gonna have to do it old-fashioned. Probably much better. Yes, a bit better. A little bit. So here are my rabbit mods.
Snap says I'm constantly plugging the capture card. Literally everyone who's come on the stream has had the same problem, and all of you have DSLRs, so like there's almost no excuse for it, considering the capture card is a $20 item, and it creates such good content when you're live streaming.
Yeah, I gotta put that on my to-do list, and a better microphone. I know this one.
Oh yeah, that's where I'm at too. I have been neglecting my microphone for too long. I'm gonna get that one next week, I think. That is a really pretty set though.
It's nice. These Rabbit Mod Micromaxes were made by DaVinci Resolve a really long time ago. They're kind of a bit of a collector one. Like, I know people like Cat could probably redo these. Like, they're not totally gone forever, but they're fun. They're nice and fun.
I might have to honestly get one of those Amazon commission links. It's probably a good idea.
At this rate, honestly, yeah.
Snap says he's been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Oh yeah, I had commented on the gloving paradigm thing and said that I wanted to come have some fun with them. So yes, I got your DM. I've just been busy today. I will get back to you shortly about that. Today is Josh's stream. Also, I can't hear your music. I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to.
No, you'll probably only be able to hear it through the stream, and then at that point it'll be delayed. Okay. I would have shared what I'm playing with you in order to have us be able to sync up, but it's actually all downloads from people that we know. This is all original stuff from people that we know who have produced it.
Oh, perfect.
So
yay, fuck the homies.
I do need to go through the list of the people who sent me music at the end of it, but like, yeah, I've been playing everything back to back here, so.
Perfect.
I will be uploading this playlist too, so if you guys want to listen to it, it'll be links to their stuff and all the song titles and whatnot, so that'll be coming soon.
Yeah, so just so you're aware, guys, if it looks like I'm off, it's because I can't hear anything because streaming things. So just enjoy.
Yeah, there's not an attempt for musicality here because she can't hear the music. Just wiggling fingers. Honestly, though, let's keep moving through your other sets. What else you got to show us?
Perfect. Let's see. Does chat have any suggestions, or we just gonna keep moving down the line? What do we think, chat?
I think I figured out the lasers.
Get her to grab the Chroma 40s. She doesn't have Chroma 40s, dude.
I don't have Chroma 40s.
Only I have the Chroma 40s. I'm pretty sure there were 3 prototype sets, and I don't know what happened to the other 2.
Right. So those were the rabbit mods. Now, alright, I'm just seeing... Turn that on for a second. I'm seeing more requests for more rabbit mods, so I will grab my pulsars.
Does she have Chroma 69 420s?
Chroma 69 420s. Only Cypher has those.
That sounds about right. Honestly, there's probably a few like just random ass Chroma mods laying around. I should change my batteries. Hashtag content.
I spent like an hour and a half putting batteries in all of these earlier because like half of them were like dim and whatnot.
Yeah, well, these aren't that dim, and these were the lights I used for my foot cam. So I said I was gonna give away these lights at this week, but maybe we'll have to save them for next week because you're already giving away a lot of stuff to my chat, and they're kind of spoiled as it is.
Yay!
Ooh, Materia in chat saying that he loves us and misses us.
I love you and miss you too,
And
Evan.
us loves you and misses you. Yes. Yes. It would be pretty cool to get just like a menagerie of goofballs,
Yes.
post and current amazing goons.
The amazing goons. Somebody fight Ragnarok to get Puppet on here.
For real. Low key, I should try. That would be
That would
a
flex.
draw. That would be a
Yeah.
big. That would be big clout points right there if I could get
Would.
the one and only Puppet on my stream. I was thinking about trying to get Outlaw on here too, and I think that might be actually
Ooh.
realistic because he's making his comeback soon. So what'd you put on here?
Good. So I have put on my Pulsar modded iNovas.
Good
These
lord,
are-
those are. That's
Rabbit modded iNovas.
that's not the Infinity Gauntlet, right? No, that's
It is not.
You have
It
a,
is
do you
one
have
of
do you
my-
have the Infinity Gauntlet? Not to like skip
I-
ahead. I'm just wondering if
No,
that's on the
I
menu.
brought the Infinity Gauntlet.
Cool,
for
cool.
sure.
Good to
Yeah,
know that
I
it's on
have-
the menu. Anyway, that
I
is
have
entirely
all-
bright.
It is entirely bright. These on my back palms right here, they are real velvet. I only have 2 of them, and I cry eternally that I don't have a full set. And then on the fingers are Cat's Velvet 2.0s, and they look real nice. So these guys have blue SMDs. These guys have, these guys have yellow SMDs, and then the middle fingers have these slow rainbow.
That's so
things.
pretty.
They are
If I had a
very
set
pretty.
like that, I probably wouldn't use any other set. Which is one
Yeah,
of the
you
reasons
know-
why I don't really collect so much. I mean, I do have a bit of a collection, but they're more like sentimental sets to me. So more than
Yeah.
like it looks to me like you have a menagerie of mods and rare items. Really just like a horde of rare artifacts is what it looks like you have, which kind of
Basically, I
fits the
have my
character.
stuff that I like and that I, have my own touch on it, but I kind of like to have it. It's like a living like vault kind of library, like, oh, what do these look like in person for like certain programmables? Well, somebody has them, and that's kind of the perspective I have with a lot of this. Aside from the fact that I do have mild hoarding problems in my personal life. It's fine.
Yeah, we may have noticed, but that's okay. I think I just broke my chair. No, a bolt just fell out. It's okay. We're good. We're good. We're not broken here. It's like, what happened to this armrest?
Yeah, if anyone ever has like real velvets, please let me know. I will sell you my soul, as well as real CCCs. I will sell you my soul.
So I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place because I really want to use the You Got Moves whites, but I also don't want to use all of them myself because we're supposed to be selling them. What's that old adage? Don't get high on your old supply.
Yeah.
So I gotta use these amazing whites for my goofing around, and gotta be careful with how I use the You Got Moves whites. Which, by the way, you guys should go and buy the You Got Moves whites at yougotmoves.com/gloves, so that I can
They are very nice.
I don't know, do more cool things with the You Got Moves brand. We're gonna do. What are we gonna do next? What should we do next?
As in, you got moves?
Yeah, like you gotta add something to the list. Like
Mm,
Teddy's got all the apparel line going, and obviously there's the tutorials and the lessons which people can use whenever they want. And I added gloves to the list, and it's only a matter of time before we make chips, right? But you know,
Right.
I think if we get a steady stream of these whites going through here, then we might be able to actually make chips. But that'd be cool. Cameron's in
I
chat.
can just.
No way.
Hello.
The one and
Hi,
only-
Dad.
The one and only panda. I don't believe
Hi,
it.
Dad. Oh my goodness. Hello.
He's one of my favorite people to go to shows with. He's just such good energy.
I am so young in gloving comparatively, and
Right.
like, oh goodness.
Cat
it's
in chat
Grandpapa,
too.
not Lee,
What up, cool cat?
Grandpapa. Hey, cat. All right, I have some more claws. We can go down the claw sets. That was my
Yeah,
first.
show me the
of my
claws.
I know the claws. Next up is my Fuzzy Death set. Fuzzy Death, and they are in fuzzy whites. Ooh. And these are the brightest programables that Emazing ever made, the Trinities.
Oh, I had a
inside
set
of-
of those. Those were really nice.
I love these things. They're little tanks. They have just 3 modes, 3 color strobe. They're just ungodly bright. So I had to put them in glow LEDs, Nova Skin casings, whatever they're called, and put them in fuzzy gloves so that I may blind the land.
That's a good plan. I pinned Snap's message. That said on today on Jest stream, Sari flexes her collection to Jest, which is yes, that is a clear synopsis of what's happening here. Materia said earlier the Friends reunion, but for EL sponsors. I think we should do that.
Yes, please.
Only Hand said, do caption cards come in 2 packs? You might need to buy in bulk. I should probably just buy in bulk and send them to the people that I'm gonna have on my stream. That's what I should do.
Yeah, this is my Fuzzy Death set. I bought
that's-
out like a ton of fuzzy whites for me Emazing, and I have a very limited supply of them.
I don't think they have any left anymore. do they?
They're
gone.
not.
They're big gone. Well, that's wonderful. The fuzzy gloves were always a vibe.
They were.
Yo, we got 12 concurrents in here, but we need y'all to smash that like button really quick and give this a share to one of your local gloving communities so that we can pump up those numbers. We're gonna give away some really cool stuff at the end here, so you guys are gonna want to stick around for that. They look like the 21 Savage sword. What does that mean?
Ooh.
Does that
don't
make sense to you? I don't know what that means.
It doesn't make super much sense to me, but it sounds like a compliment. So
Puppet Masters brought me here. Well, T-Money, you should just be here anyways. That red and white set is fire. It is
Yes.
fire.
simple red white.
That's a very Puppet Masters color set. Every time I see that color set, I think about a PM person using that color set, and I can think of a video of them using that color set, like a specific instance of them doing that.
It sets the dark vibes, that's for sure. This purple, though, real nice. Let's hope it shows up. Purple is one of the hardest wavelengths of color to film.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it's such a low wavelength that camera lenses really have a hard time like interpreting it, kind of. So, yeah, it's not gonna show up super purple,
But you
Purple
can
and white.
tell that that's just like the kind of purple you want in your face.
yep.
I mean, that's really just the truth about most videos. Is it doesn't show up well unless you can color correct later. Which, by the way, I learned on DaVinci how to saturate color without oversaturating the video, and I'm so excited about that.
Done. Learning how to like pick individual colors apart and like bring them forward and stuff.
Yeah, it's got like a color web thing.
Yep. Premiere has it as well. It's called Lumetri. So when I got a hold of DaVinci, I just went to that immediately and was like, aha!
Yeah.
You can do this too.
Yeah.
DaVinci Resolve, you guys, it's insanely powerful and it's free.
It's
The
so
only
good.
reason I don't use DaVinci Resolve is because I use like a ton of Adobe products.
I mean, if
no
you're already
Premiere.
paying for all the Adobe products, you might as well use the Adobe
Exactly,
products.
yeah.
But like,
Already
yeah.
paying for them. I took classes on Premiere and stuff, so like I still use Premiere primarily, and I do prefer it. But DaVinci is like for
So
what
good.
we're gonna do with gloving videos, you will never go beyond what DaVinci can do. You just won't.
Very true.
So that
Although-
was cloth.
I'm trying to figure out how to do more weird, interesting VFX on DaVinci, especially considering the shorter stuff does really well
Yeah.
on both TikTok and YouTube right now.
Yeah.
Short form content does that, so like you're actually able to do like VFX mods to your shows because first of all, people don't have the attention span to watch the full show anyways, and with the VFX,
usually.
then you can try out interesting things and see what people want to see. I guess I don't know.
How many times am I gonna pull my ravens out of my bag and then just put them back in my bag?
Is that what's coming up next? Is the Ravens?
The Infinity Gauntlet will be next.
Ooh.
Because we ran through all 3 of my claw sets, and this is the claw set, 2 end claw sets, unless you wanted to rabbit mod them, but these iNovas are QT Novas. So they are iNovas flashed over to the QT light. So this turns iNovas into bulb chips, basically. And I know they're bulb chips to begin with, but this has like a bunch of cool like modes and whatnot.
That's wild.
They're cool.
So they're
and
just
on-
reformatted iNovas.
They're reformatted iNovas to behave
Wow.
like those teensy tiny QT lights that Jose the master made.
That's
Which-
cool.
I do have those as well, but everyone is painfully out of 1225 batteries, so I couldn't get them on here. So the Infinity Gauntlet, on top of being QT Novas, they are every color of iNova casing ever made, with the exception of the smoky gray, because that would make for 13 colors instead of 12. But we have
God,
it.
that's so pretty.
And then we have a white and color, so white, red, white, orange, white, yellow, etc., etc.
You already know how much I vibe with that color set.
Oh, I love this set so much, and it's so much fun.
I said this earlier, but again, if I had that, I would literally not use any other glove set but that set.
But the Gauntlet,
Oh, man, just the Gauntlet.
I did not put it down for months. Like I definitely had to like stop
Reasonably
myself
so.
and be like, okay, put these down, glove with your controls. So I think I did like most of Flowtron with these.
But like, why though? Why bother?
Why bother?
I have the Gauntlet. Why would I use controls?
So what we've got, this is a solid red, a clear red, a lime green, clear green, solid green, turquoise, clear blue, solid blue, magenta, and pink. And then these back here are coyote brown and solid black. And like I
How
said,
long
this
did it
was
take you
crazy.
to assemble the stones?
Like a year. Between the
Crazy.
chips, casings, and the bulbs, it took like a year to put this together. And I hunting down the bulbs that I wanted actually than a lot of the casings. Because a lot of these, most of them, the order is white color instead of color white.
Right,
And those
right.
were apparently really hard to find. I
Yeah,
don't
and
know,
that messes up the trail image.
Yeah, and I actually had revised it a couple times because I didn't have the clear ones in it. I'd like the clear green versus the solid green. And I was like, what happens if I just do this? So outside of the glove, these look super wonky. They don't look like a rainbow, like, at all, but the casing color with the bulb color going through them produces this.
It's, I literally can't say anything except good things about that set.
Yeah, and
I'm running out of words because it's just so awesome. It literally looks like the soul stone in the middle of the gauntlet.
And I could, in theory, you know, switch the colors around to represent the actual Infinity Gauntlet, but this descending rainbow is just such a classic for all glovers, I swear.
Yeah, it is.
Like, we do the red, orange, like these sequential jumps down the set. It's one of the most beloved color sets of all time, and I already have this, like, on multiple of my programmables, so it was kind of a no-brainer.
Right.
There does exist an Infinity Gauntlet that's a step above this one. It's Iron Man's Infinity Gauntlet, and it's like all clear red casings with rabbit modded.
Oh,
I know
God.
those
I want
pulsars. I forget who has it, but it is disgusting.
I want that. I want it. I can imagine it in my head already, and I would like that.
Yeah, it's really, really pretty. I'll try to find it and, like, link it to you so you can just see how disgusting it is. But and then, like, it has different colors on the SMDs, so it's got, like, gold, yellows, and blues, and reds, and it's gross. I love it.
Need that in my life. Oh, looks like we got something charged up and ready to go here, which is good news, just as soon as I finish changing my batteries. JJ sent me the Fabergé egg of glove sets. The absolute brightest, bonkers glove set on the face of the planet. The modded E-Charge. Let me just go ahead and switch over here.
Oh, dear God.
The modded E-Charge. Double
Oh,
bulbed.
God.
Absolute brightness. No dimmer
Now, see,
whatsoever.
I don't have any of those, so that's something on top of the Chroma 40s. That's Josh has that I don't.
Modded
Dear
E-Charge.
God.
I had one of these. He made me one of these a few years back, and I just actually sent him a empty E-Charge and that one back so that he could fix it. I'm sure that he's gonna send me at least one of them back. I'm not sure if he's gonna send me both of them back, but if I have 3 sets of them, then maybe we'll be able to do something interesting with them. Just maybe, but I don't know. I did charge it, JJ. Actually, he asked me if I charged it. I've been charging it this whole time. As soon as I pulled it out of the box, I started charging it. So.
My problem is I wouldn't know what bulbs to put on them.
You don't. He already they're soldered onto the pad.
Well, right, but I wouldn't even know what to put on them. Like, I would.
He does that for her. He does that for her.
Good. Okay, good.
He's got it handled.
Also,
He's good like that.
guys,
He's in charge of
he's
real
good
bad
like
glove
that.
sets. You know, he's got that handled.
What did I just do with this? I want to talk a bit about the fit on the YGM gloves, because I have mine now, and on the YGM gloves, what's absolutely gorgeous is this is a lot tighter here, and there's webbing. The webbing is far deeper on these. They're really, like, lightweight and breathable, kind of similar in texture and fabric feel to EL's whites, which I like a bit more just because it feels a bit lighter, but this webbing goes, like, all the way down, no problem. I mean, this is a medium that I have, and normally these iNovas would cause quite a lot of bulking in them and cause them to kind of slip around, but the webbing going a bit further down keeps them in place. So, good stuff. I'm
I'm glad to have that review and analysis of the whites, because we definitely need to see these in more people's hands. And
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, so we'll be excited to see some videos with them and all that good stuff. I'm trying to get these things in this finger hole and it's not working for me. I'm using EL's whites, that's the problem. Should be using
There you
my
go.
own whites.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Try not to
Nervous
waste every set of
or introverted.
You Got Moves lights on myself.
Oh, really?
Well, let's do a fun thing, tease, while you're getting that going. This simple little dot. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Raven strobe. Wow, that
Rare.
camera butchering makes me hurt. You can't see. You can kind of see it, but they have an idle rainbow.
I see it, yeah. I see it flickering.
That like idle rainbow. The idle rainbow is a bit easier to see on the ribbons, maybe if we do that. Which the ribbons are not nearly as rare. Yeah, you can kind of see it better there. But this is the problem with ravens, is you can really kind of only appreciate them in person.
Yeah, that is a caveat of some of these glove things in general.
Yeah, especially when I don't have a capture card. And if I had a capture card running to my DSLR, this would be a very different story.
Yeah, I should have warned you about that a little bit earlier.
That's all right. Is what it is. So yes, I have Raven strobes. They took a real long time for me to hunt them down. And a lot of people might wonder, excuse me, camera. My webcam just blurred. It's not all right. It's just gonna sit here and be blurry. There he goes. Why on earth would you invest in Raven strobes? Why? Why would you? For lights that are only on off single mode, they just technically just do an RGB, and they have like this cool idle rainbow. What I have found is the demand for them outside of gloving is just as high as it is in gloving.
Weird.
So
yeah,
it's
I mean,
kinda
actually it's not weird because they just look cool as fuck.
yeah.
And anyone who's not into gloving, all they need is an on-off.
Yeah, that's all it is. So
And
but we
tiny
can
lights are a
add-
novelty to anyone who likes flashlights in general, so
Yeah, and these with their ridiculous diffusers, which I do have with me. They're ridiculous crystal diffusers. That they're kind of, because they originated as like flow lights that people would be using like at clubs and stuff. So they have
Right.
these ridiculous ass diffusers.
I wrote about that light in the book, and I really
did.
tried to get a interview with the company, or at least a letter from the company answering some of my questions, and they just never responded to me. Kind of sad about that.
Ooh, sad.
So maybe
I
I'll
mean,
keep
it's-
trying, and eventually we'll get it in.
I mean, it's kind of how they like patented it and then said goodbye.
Well, you know what the rumor is?
Hmm.
The rumor is they discontinued them because the owner came in and found his son on MDMA waving the lights around.
I have never heard that.
I don't remember where I heard that, but that was the rumor.
Kat, can you confirm? Sensei?
Can anyone confirm or deny?
Yeah, can anyone prove this is real?
This is sounding like Pit Battles event exhibition Gauntlet versus Gauntlet. That would have been cool. See your Gauntlet
that
versus
would
the
be
other
cool.
Gauntlet in the pit. That'd be dope.
Well, the other gauntlet would have to win for the poetic justice of it.
That's true. That is true.
That's what would have to happen.
Right.
Okay. What else do we have? What else did I bring down? Oh. Let
Cool Cat says he has no idea if that's true.
Okay.
All right, I
Right,
managed to
well,
get
we're-
these things in the whites. So let's try them out. Thank you again to JJ for sending me the absolute pinnacle of modded sets.
It's ungodly bright.
This is how you like. This is like, you could call this the bug zapper.
Ooh. I like that.
It's like you have the Infinity Gauntlet, but I have the bug zapper. I don't know. That doesn't sound as cool as the Infinity Gauntlet. Not even close.
Stormbreaker. It's Stormbreaker.
Oh, come on, Amazing. Look at that. Look at that. Come on, Amazing. Come on, Amazing. What is that? Now these gloves are going to fall apart. Watch.
Do you know how mad I was that I got rid of all of my E-charges before people started modding them? I was so mad because the amount of bulbs I would have had modded onto them. Shit, I'm just
That's
just kicking myself. Just like, I
Right.
can't.
like these
So when
were
people are
these were like not popular like whatsoever. Only a few people like
No.
them. They're very niche. And then when they got discontinued, everyone's like, wait, we can do stuff with these.
Friendly reminder that Puppet in a SpongeBob costume promoting them exists.
That's true. I
Um,
remember that.
well, and then people are like, why do you hang on to all of your stuff? And I'm like, that's why. Because I started gloving in 2013, so like a lot of the tech that I'm dabbling in was like way before my time. So I don't know what half of this, I mean, I do know what it is now, but when I first started getting into this, I didn't know what any of this stuff was. And I had to have help from people like Kat and Paulino and, you know, other various tech nerds in the community to like tell me what's what. So you have something that I might not ever.
Well, I'm very happy to say that this is beautiful and way better than the one he sent me before. They're just as bright, but they're so much clearer, and I love the modes. Holy crap, JJ, you outdid yourself with this one.
Yeah, those are absolutely gorgeous. Wow. And of course, they're probably like nice and light.
Very light, actually.
Yeah, it's not just me flexing. You're flexing too. You got stuff to flex that I don't have.
I'm so happy these came in today. This package was supposed to come tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
This was actually very, very fortunate occurrence, timing of events that allowed me to even get this package today before the stream. So kind of happy about that. I went home for lunch instead of going out for lunch, so I just went home and made food. And I was not expecting the package to be there, but I went and checked for it, and it was there. And yeah, that's basically how that happened. I was about to leave my house, and I turned around because I saw the what's it called? The package lady with her truck, the package truck, with her little. It wasn't a UPS like truck itself. It was just like a SUV with a little thing on the top, so you could tell it was a carrier. And I was like, oh, that's my package
yeah.
for sure. And turned
That's
around and went and got it. It's like this is
sitting
good
at the
timing.
window. It's like package.
Package.
You know what, Scott? Let's go. Let's go. You wanna have
Scott
a
wants to
flexing
flex?
fight? Scott wants. He's like, you lucky I'm not on there flexing. Okay.
Scott wants
Okay.
to. Scott can come flex.
Scott wants.
Oh,
to
we got
flex?
17
Okay.
concurrents up in here. Y'all need to smash that like button and hit that share button real quick.
I got some nice ones up in here next. Let's make the chat wet, shall we? We
I'm
have.
gonna switch you back to the big screen here quick.
Cool.
What is that? What are those?
What are those? These are gold red V1s in
Oh,
Micromax
those are pretty.
Pros,
Those are really
featuring
pretty.
flashed iNovas that instead of doing your standard iNova modes, they go through 3 speeds of signal blink. They are big nice. Also,
That's actually bonkers.
flashed by Hayden Young, I think? Yes. So these are the gold red V1s from VK, and now, you know, I'm not normally one for like orange gold kind of like modes, but these are just superb. And the Micromax Pros were pretty revolutionary and pretty crazy. They're a chip that contains, what is the number, 44, 40, something like that, flashing patterns. And you can pick what flashing patterns you wanted. So you could have 3 modes, you could have 7, you could, you know, all sorts of good stuff. So these were crazy cool. And discontinued, I believe, when EL got Coin Pro ? And they made the E Pros, which I will show off in a little bit. But these are kind of one of my big boy.
What year did Emazing get Coin Pro?
I don't know. That was very before my time.
I thought it was late. Why did I think it was late?
No, because when I started gloving, EL, I believe, had just released either the Oracles or the original Chroma. So,
Wow,
Kat might know.
You are youngin' then, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah. I just passed, I mean, not as young anymore. I just passed 8 years in October, but yeah, when I started, like, the programmables were just taking off, and I think the original Chroma had like just been released.
It's wild.
When I started, yeah.
That's wild.
And everyone was freaking out about like SP3s and stuff like that I remember.
8 years. 8 years is a long time to be wiggling fingers. I passed my 10-year mark on New Year's, so that's cool.
Congrats.
I'll
be there soon.
we gonna be doing it our whole lives, whether we think we are or not. You're gonna be wiggling your fingers your whole lives. It's just not gonna.
I mean, yeah,
it's
like
just
I've
not
had
gonna
a
go
couple.
away.
I've had a couple of moments over the past few years that I'm like, oh god, this is, you know, I don't know if I want to keep doing this. And then something in the gloving world is like, what did you just say? And pulls me right back into it. So we're gonna be at this for a while.
I mean, not to equate it to the sunk cost fallacy, but like I have put way too much time, energy, and passion into this to just like let it fall away at this point.
Yeah. Even just out of pride of just being like, no, I'm not letting this. I'm not letting this go.
Exactly.
I'm in too deep. I can't stop.
Exactly. It's just like I've committed to this. All right, listen. I'm not going anywhere at this point. Married to the game, as they say.
Pretty much, yeah.
Honey says bean flicking for life. Always. My chat has decided that this is called the bean flick, in case you were wondering.
Oh, the bean flick. That's...
Yes.
Ah.
So that's a very classy meme that we have in our chat here. Actually, it made its way into the book, so it's more than a meme now.
Oh, perfect.
Snap says retirement homes in the future gonna have people filled with wooks, or are gonna be filled with wooks that flow and people shouting bing bong.
Bing bong.
Good lord. Yeet, bing bong, and Smash Bros tournaments.
I just love how on the internet our generation has just slaughtered the English language.
Oh my god.
It's so confusing. Like you look back and it's like Shakespeare invented like a whole bunch of words throughout the course of the English language, right?
Well, and that's exactly what it is, yeah.
Yeah.
People just adapting language.
Yeah. All words are made up.
All words are. They're all made up. Whoa. That's a made up word. All words are
All
made
words
up.
are made up.
What is that from?
Avengers. Avengers End game when Thor is on the Guardians of the Galaxy
That's
ship.
right.
And he says, I'm
That's
going to
right.
Never to Lear.
Yeah, that's a made up word. They're all made up. You're right.
All
I should
words
have
are
known.
made up.
I should have known that. I should have known that. That is a
Avengers
wonderful quote.
referencing? No, it's okay. I haven't seen Spider-Man No Way Home yet.
Oh
so
no.
I
well,
know.
We will do our best not to spoil anything. Don't look at the
okay.
chat. They will try to spoil you, I bet.
It's okay. I play enough video games to be spoiled by things constantly, so.
I mean,
Oh God.
there's certain spoilers that it's just like it's impossible to not know.
Right.
But you got to go see that movie because it's been 3 weeks. You're running out of time to avoid spoilers.
Yeah, I submit to that. You know, I'm kind of setting myself up for being spoiled. I think. Oh. So. After the Micromax Pros, when Emazing bought Coin Pro and got a hold of all of their tech, Emazing started to make circular bulb chips, and little did we know that these would start to become some of the most beloved. Now, do keep in mind that I do have E-Light 1 modes and 4 modes, but they're a lot more prevalent in the scene. Like, a lot of people have them, so I didn't feel the need to like bring them on and flex them, and they don't have like super crazy bulbs in them either. But I do have the E-Pros, and this was Emazing's recreation of the Micromax Pros. They're pretty much the same functionality. I have a glow LED's white star tip on them with just yellow and blue bulbs. I know that's boring, but that makes me very happy. And I don't know if E-Pros or Micromax Pros are more rare. I don't know which one.
That's a good question. Does anyone in chat know? Kat, do you know?
Kat,
JJ,
yeah,
do you know?
Kat.
I feel like those are the two people who might know the best.
Yeah, Kat and
Paulino
JJ
might know.
Yeah. If you guys know, what is it, the Micromax Pros or the E-Pros that are harder to find?
I'd bet it would be the E-Pros. I bet they made less of them. Less generations of them.
That's fair. I think with the Micromax Pros, there also might be some of the like, oh, I don't need this anymore kind of mentality that happened to like a lot of bulbs and stuff.
True.
So it took me longer to find Micromax Pros than it did to find me E-Pros.
Interesting.
For what that's worth.
JJ says E-Pros 100%.
Really?
So.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So yes, these are kind of the holy grail of bulb chips, if you will. And what's so extraordinary about the E-Pros and the Micromax Pros is they have these very specific flashing patterns on them. I can't name them off the top of my head, but you can plug certain bulbs into E-Pros that just completely change the colors in ways that don't happen normally. Like, there's a lot of like eye morphs and stuff that you can plug into E-Pros that, like, I think it's like, correct me if I'm wrong, JJ and Kat, but isn't it like RGB eye morphs in Micromax Pros or E-Pros on like the 15th or 16th mode that creates a turquoise first color?
JJ says the heartbeat mode made the E-Pros more valuable.
Yes, the heartbeat mode on them. Because the heartbeat mode did some crazy stuff and produced a lot of like really crazy stuff within bulbs. Now, what's ironic is that these being probably the most powerful bulb chips to this day, we gravitated away from this technology like almost immediately, you know, got into the programmables and whatnot. And so it's just kind of funny to look at that, you know, older. I'm gonna turn my light back on.
It's kind of ironic because gloving went from extremely modular to self-contained.
Yeah.
Rather than going from self-contained into modular like most tech things do.
Yeah.
So interesting developments.
Yes, those are the E-Pros, and yeah, I have little white stars. They look a lot crazier in person, of course, but we wouldn't have that problem if I had a capture card now. We wouldn't
Listen, you said it, not me.
Me has a Sony A7S II.
Literally,
Also
like,
me.
you have the best webcam on the planet.
Yeah,
You just
I
don't
do,
have the
and
$20 device that turns it into a webcam. Rip.
$20 device. Boo! I'd rather spend X amount on the camera than not do anything with it. No. Plug in my laptop really fast. And like, I do have a tower, it's just, it's a little upset right now. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Snap says upside down. Let's go. Your next glove set has to be upside. You have to glove upside down with it.
I have to glove upside down. So how am I doing that? Am I like just standing and like?
That's for you to decide. It's up to you to determine how the assignment is to be completed.
I mean, you know.
She did it! She did it!
Say how
She
I
did
was
it!
supposed to.
She is the smartest one we've had on chat.
No, if I could just get the damn thing to stay.
No, seriously, that is acceptable. You understood the assignment perfectly. This will work.
All right, I have to get my webcam to stay. I don't know how to get it to stay like this. All right, all right. Joke is over. We'll get the joke, and I'll participate in the meme still because my camera won't sit. Like it has like this clamping mechanism up at the top. So we're
Wait. So she
out,
did the
gang.
smart thing, but also she's gonna flip herself over. This is too good, actually. That's so funny. We've literally talked every time we've had someone flip themselves. They've said, when is someone gonna just try to flip the camera over?
Well, that's why I asked. It was like, all right.
It's
So
definitely up to you to figure it out, and you did.
I'm just standing and I'm just turned over. So tall people privilege, I guess.
That works. It looks like you're
All right,
standing on your head.
that's enough. That's enough of that.
Wait. You gotta do your signature. If you
What
don't,
is my signature?
that's up to you to decide. But you gotta do your signature before you're done. We need at least 30 seconds and your signature for the challenge to be completed.
Oh, now there's an assignment. Now there are turns. When I flip the webcam upside down, there's no turns. Now, okay. It might be just easier to do it behind my back. Yeah, that's a bit easier. Is I upside down? Okay. This is what you get. You get whips. Friendly reminder that I cannot hear the music. So if the musicality is off, that's because I can't hear anything.
There's no music for you.
All right.
Yeah, there it is.
you
There's the
There you
signature. That'll do.
I'll be.
That'll do.
Oh.
That is acceptable. She has completed the challenge in more ways than one, and in record time, I would say too. She understood the assignment.
Does anyone else have war flashbacks?
Oh my god. Where did you
Yes.
you stole that?
I didn't. Davis said I could. Davis
Okay,
said I
alright.
could.
Hey, I have two like vinyl banners, EmazingLights banners in my room.
I have the other one.
She has both of them.
I have both of them.
Oh my god.
And oh wait, what the hell am I doing? We're meme timing, and can I put this on with my headset? No.
Everybody's very impressed with your challenge, by the way.
Oh, thank you, everyone.
You're getting 10 out of 10s, and oh god. Is it still functional? The last one that I saw was broken.
Yeah, it's still functional.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
This one, where is it? This one has like a little like battle scar right here.
Mm,
Because I bought it used because I was not going to pay for a new one. Like, no, absolutely not.
that makes sense.
I wish I could say that I used this for something reasonable. And no, I never have. It's been nothing but memes.
Have you made any videos in it recently?
No, I don't think so.
You could probably make a TikTok for Emazing with that thing. Pretty,
Probably.
like make an account blow up with that pretty easily.
Like even just one of the like TikTok dances
Mhm.
things while wearing it. Yeah, probably do that.
Oh, they died. My gloves died.
Oh,
Okay.
no!
Well, I gotta plug them in again.
Bright, but yes.
Short-lived. The
Short-lived.
burning the candles at both ends, as they say.
Do they still scream?
I wouldn't say scream. They whine a little bit.
Whine. Little...
We've got a song request here.
Song request, play on my end.
Yeah, you can play it on your end, and then you'll be able to hear it. But let me turn down my music, whatever is playing here. Can you see the song request, right? You can look it up.
How would I? I'm such a little baby bitch with Discord. How am I to do this?
I would look it up on YouTube. That's what I would do.
Well, no, I mean, like, how are we playing this through Discord?
Oh no, you don't worry about playing it through Discord. Just play.
'Cause I'm in a headset, so.
Oh yeah, huh? So how would they hear it? That's a good question.
They hear it.
Let's see here.
Yeah,
Rip
rest in
Groovy,
peace, Groovy Bot.
Rip Groovy
Rip
Bot,
Groovy
indeed.
Bot.
Look up a Groovy Bot replacement. I'm sure they've got something.
Hey. Can I?
We all have to look it up and play it at the same time, says Honey.
Can't
that
I
is-
share my screen in here and then it'll play it? I thought I did that in a class a little while ago.
I think so. Yes, that will work.
YouTube advertisement. We're gonna load this up and on to my next glove set, which is the Chroma 36. Okay. It's queued up and taken care
Once you
of.
play it, I'll let you know if it's working for us.
Let me just do a quick test, see if you guys can hear it.
Oh no.
No?
Oh no, I'm responding to Honey said they got jumped by security for their 36s, which is just a tragedy.
No.
But no, I'm not hearing anything from you.
Darn. Okay.
Oh wait,
So,
here, let's try this. Yep, we got it.
Got it. Cool. All right. So I'm gonna pause it one more time, pull it back, get ready for y'all. Doing okay.
See, guys, when she has music, she has musicality. When are you gonna get Dust in the Chroma 40s? He's not getting them. He can beg. He can come in here and beg all he wants. He's not getting those Chroma
He's
40s.
gonna have to go through me.
For real. Like, if anyone is in line to get them, which, sorry, Sarah, you're not. Nobody's getting them.
I am
but
aware.
like. Pilgrim says musicality off the charts. That's facts.
Thank you, sir.
You're talking about programming Chroma 36s, clicking the button 70 times because you missed your color.
Oh my god.
Still waiting for those Chroma 69s, says Joseph. Yeah, if only.
Ooh, that was fun.
Good song request right there.
Yes, very good.
It looks like I haven't gotten in trouble yet by any of the music that we've played, which is good news.
Ooh.
Fabian requests Asphyxia Losing You. Is it gonna get us in trouble? Is it NCS? Have you done the work for us, Fabian? I would like to take this opportunity to thank Joseph for sending me this awesome fucking thing for my birthday, because he's a G. This showed up this week, and yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I've held it here waiting for stream day so that I could show it off and say thank you again.
Oh.
I wanted to make sure he was in chat before I said something about it, and there I see him. So thank you so much, Joseph, for sending me the fan art that is going to go on my wall at my new house place room that I have.
Aw, that's so awesome.
Yeah. I get surprisingly little fan art, but the fan art that I get I will cherish forever. So thank you, Joseph, again. That is a fun thing that happened.
So, real fast, let's talk about the Chroma 36s. What I find funny is the Chroma 36s are like the ones that everybody's trying to find like all the time, and it's actually the limited edition run that they made the most of.
Interesting. What happened to all of them? They sold out. They sold out in a day. I remember they sold out in literally 48 hours.
Yeah, they sold out immediately, and I think people just bought them. I want to say there's 250 sets of Chroma 36s. Fun fact to everyone out there, when identifying a Chroma 36, you can't look at the chip. All of them pretty much say Chroma 24 or just Chroma. The only way to tell is if the Chroma has 8 modes. It's the only Chroma that has 8 modes. So if you have 8 modes on it, it's a 36. If it doesn't, it's not a 36. And there's no way to tell just by looking at the board. So for anybody out there like trying to buy them, trying to sell them, trying to like identify them, you have to actually like turn them on to confirm it.
Wild.
And
Well, that's probably why
in your-
nobody knows, nobody knows how many there are, or nobody knows if they
Yeah.
have them, because you really just can't tell. There's no way to actually just look at them at a glance. And the only people
No.
who would know are people who remember the chip being released.
I mean, even then they were all flashed. All
Right.
of them were flashed. So like didn't EL headquarters just sit and like flash 24s like all day long basically?
I don't know if they did them by hand. I honestly do not know. I don't remember.
I actually don't either. I'm just speculating, but so yeah, the Chroma 36s, they're bright as all heck. And I love them forever.
Yeah.
From nuts.
I have the only set of Chroma 36s that don't have Hyperstrobe as the second mode, and instead it has my own personal creation.
Oh.
So
Ooh.
36s with Jest mode instead of Hyperstrobe.
36s with Jest mode and the Chroma 40s. So,
And the Chroma
you know,
40s.
you got-
And the E-Charge set, and I think I have an original set of sponsor elements laying around. But those are probably not even like, they're so buggy they're probably not even worth like turning on. I know that I have the original Chroma LEs laying around somewhere.
That's what I was just about to pull out.
Oh, perfect segue. Pull out the Chroma LEs.
Yeah, so we're getting into the limited edition programmables released by Emazing that were done en masse. So we have, there are a small collection of really limited runs of specific chips, things like the sponsor V2s, specific 36s, Chroma 40s, you know, they're like little tiny ones here and there that have like 1 or 2 or 1 to 10 sets of them or so. The only ones of those that I have are my personal V2s, the Star V2s. They have my own personal defaults as well as the accelerometer is altered. I have my own accelerometer timing on my elements. So you get the Jest 36s and I have the Star V2s. But there
Jelly.
were 4 primary programmable limited edition runs that were like mass produced and we know of. So going backwards in time, the Chroma 36 was the last one that they released, and might be the last one they release ever.
I'm pretty sure that was the last limited edition
Yeah.
thing they ever did.
Yeah, that was the last limited edition thing. So going back in time to the limited edition original Chromas. These are going to have the same colors and flashing patterns as the original Chroma, just in a clear bulb. And what's kind of nice and pretty about them, let's see if I can get a little bit better light, is that the chipboard, it's bright, let's see if I can get that better, is white and pink.
Yeah, that is one of the best limited edition sets because of how they actually produced the board.
Yeah, they produced
Arguably
an
the
actual,
prettiest board they made.
Yeah, it's white with like pink writing on it. It's absolutely gorgeous.
It looks like they made it limited edition.
Yeah, the chip itself looks limited edition. So if anybody of you out there have a chip that is white with pink writing on it and you don't know what it is, congratulations. It's a limited edition original Chroma.
Right. Congratulations, you've won.
Yeah, congratulations. You've won. I have these in 4.0 casings with glow LED.
One
black,
day- One day they're
These
gonna
are
take
chips.
these limited editions to the Antiques Roadshow and sell them for thousands of dollars.
Just you wait, Sonny.
we're gonna be the boomers watching that show, but it's gonna be with tech gadgets and stupid shit. I'm here for it. I'm ready.
This is a classic original release Nintendo DS. Children. Okay.
Show me the limited edition fidget spinner.
All right. Original Chromas. The original amazing 20 color palette, which has my personal favorite purple that they ever did. Their original purple
Yeah,
is
the
so
original
pretty.
purple was. I don't know why they changed it. They thought they were doing themselves a favor, and they were not.
They did not. They really did not. I mean, lens flare made a good return. Like we lost the original purple and we got lens flare, but we still lost the original purple, which makes me sad.
Yeah, they
I
should
mean,
have.
you can get it in the spectras. I cracked it in the spectras.
They should have.
but-
They should have just kept it and added more purples. Everybody wanted
Yeah.
more purples, not different purples. So, wild. Dustin says the Star V2 sounds way cooler than the Jest 36s. Listen, I had Jest V2s at one point, but they broke, okay? I actually did have Element V2s that had Jest mode on them for a while, and then
Ah,
one of the chips broke. And I'm not sure
well,
what I did with
broke
the rest.
how?
The bulb fell off.
Oh, that's fixable.
I think there was
So,
more
if you-
to it than that, but like,
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
even sure what happened to him at this point.
And that was a manufacturer error. Like, look, lucky me, I'm the box art of glitchiest chips. The ones that fell apart the most.
Well, to be
Oh,
fair, the V2s were arguably one of the best sets they made. They just had to figure out how to get the bugs fixed first.
Yeah, they were a lot of fun. I flew out to headquarters to help kind of do some finishing touches on the V2s. So there are two defaults on the V2s that are mine that I made. One of them is painfully obvious, which mode, and that would be the purple to yellow set. And then the first mode, the festival mode with the white to rainbow, that's actually an inversion of one of my sets that I'll show you guys in a little bit when I pull out my Star V2s. But I demanded that Joel figure out flux mode.
I'm a little sad. I asked Joel to fix my V2s, or at least try to flash me a new set, and I never got through to him.
No.
So-
I'm sorry, Brad.
It is sad.
I'm pretty sure I just have like a blessing of a Mayan god on mine because they've never given me any problems. I've had like a couple bulb snaps, but I actually had 15 of them made.
Yo, that color
That
set
was-
though is.
Yep,
That's
there's that purple. This
That's
is
that
all this
purple.
is. It's high purple, medium purple, low purple on DOPS.
The purple is
And the
in
white.
fact so pretty.
It's just purple, purple, purple. High, medium, low on DOPS. So nice. Original chromas. Yum, yum, yum.
Looks so good, especially with that white and the stars.
Oh yeah, I love the diffuser caps. I really love them.
I need to go through my box and see if maybe I have the missing parts. The problem is one of the it's a V2 chip that's missing a bulb, so I'll never be able to tell it's the right one until you put a new bulb on it.
I have spare bulbs, so.
Yeah, but like you'd have to put the bulb on in order to find out if it's the right chip, and then it'd find out it's not the right chip. You see the problem? I'll have to look. I'll have to look at my collection. I know that I haven't thought about it in years, so.
Let us move down the line. We're gonna start getting real sexy.
How many more sets do you got?
I think only like 6.
Only 6 more?
I think only like 6.
How many did you bring with you?
I don't know. I didn't count. I just grabbed the ones that I thought were, like,
I thought you
cool.
said 10, and I know we've gone through more than 10 at this point.
Have we gone through more than
I'm
10?
pretty sure we've gone through more
sorry.
than 10 at this point.
I'm sorry. But we're getting into good stuff. I had to do like all the bulbs and like we're just moving into programmable now. Just EL stuff. Cool EL stuff. And my personal all-time favorite programmable. the oracles.
Oh God, the oracles.
And these
The
are-
oracles are still talked about. People talk about chromicals all the time, which became the controls, but like, if it weren't for the
They-
oracles, no one would care about a chromical.
Yep, if it weren't for the oracles, all of this, you know, like let's have all these crazy modes and stuff really wouldn't be nearly as demanded. And then the thought of being able to change your flashing patterns per mode is really like,
Right.
the oracles really did that. And I have limited edition oracles. These are the LE oracles. The only difference on these guys is just, again, they have the clear bulb. But for the oracles, that made them dumb bright.
Yeah, the clear bulb oracles are like still talked about, honestly.
Yeah,
Kinda
this is probably like, if it's not one of my super special, like one of a kind sets, this is arguably my favorite programmable set. Because they're absolute tanks, and the brightness and color clarity on them is just insane. So even if you can't find LEs, if you can find oracles and you're a fan of having a lot of color sets, because these have up to 8 modes, get your hands on oracles. They're
Definitely hold on to
beautiful.
oracles.
They're
Horticles.
lacking oracles, yes. They're lacking tint control, but it kind of doesn't really matter that much with how beautiful and bright they are.
Listen, tint control is kind of overrated. I'll say it.
Is.
I'll say it.
Yeah.
Like, you really don't need tint control. What you do need is flux mode. That's what you need.
Yes. Yes.
As far
Flux
as technical advancements go and technical specs go, tint control is cool, but what's more important in my mind is like the accelerometer thing, and then also the what was I gonna say? The ability to just like, it's chip to chip is basically what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, chip transfer of any kind.
So
Hey, here's that descending rainbow color pattern
Yes.
again.
yes, put that on
the
every set.
oracles. Yeah, put that on every set, and then a lavender red. Like I can't say enough good things about oracles. So those are
The only bad thing I have to say about oracles is programming them is just so annoying, especially if you
programming
fuck them.
them is
Fuck them up.
horrible. You have to do all of the colors all at once on the oracles.
Yeah,
It is big.
it's
mean.
tough. It's tough.
It's
You gotta
tough.
write. You literally gotta write your shit down, otherwise you will get it wrong.
Yeah, you have to. You have to write that shit down. So
Only hand
those
set,
are-
Jestival mode, nothing can stand up to that. Yeah, you can get Jestival mode on the Spectras because you can download them, and it's kind of close. The second mode in that sequence is kind of close to Jest mode, but it's not quite there. It's not quite the tightness as it is in the Chroma 36s. So that's a fun fact. But I tried to recreate it as much as I could on the Spectra app.
get it as close as you can. There does exist a Starlight mode, but it was one that was discovered rather than created, and it's on one of the no flux glitch sets in V2s. Did you guys know that there's a bunch of hidden flashing patterns on the Element V2s due to a hidden glitch menu that we decided to keep afterwards? There's
Wait,
like
what?
an additional... You didn't know about this?
No.
The Element V2s have hidden flashing patterns?
Excuse me?
Yes, they have hidden flashing patterns. Now, they're not technically programmed onboard flashing patterns, but what we figured out is in the accelerometer function menu, if you turn a mode from flux mode to off of flux mode, it enables a mode called no flux. And what happens is you can take a non-accelerometer mode and apply the flux gaps to it.
Yeah, I feel like I remember you talking about this, and then I just
So it's some like I don't know, like maybe 20 additional flashing patterns. So all it does is just add gaps to it, but you can add like 2 gaps to shadow mode, and it turns into this like really bizarre strobey thing. and Mez found it and like programmed like a Starlight mode with
Cool.
it. So it's never been onboarded, but yeah, there are hidden modes on the beach.
Interesting. Fun fact. I didn't know that. If you're just joining us, or if you haven't smashed the like button already, you probably should do that. A lot of people talking about modes right now.
Modes.
Imagine
Alright,
having
chat.
full-size chips with C2C. Yeah, that'd be so nice.
Yeah, that would be nice.
How
Josh.
important is size on a microlight TL, or does it matter what you do with it? Size matters, Joseph. Don't let anyone tell you differently. Size matters. Here's what matters to me is battery size. That's what matters to me. Because with battery size comes brightness capability, and if you don't have the brightness capacity, you have to lower the brightness capacity in order to keep the battery life. In order to save battery life, you are fucking up, which is exactly the mistake that Emazing and all these other companies made when they went to smaller chips. And I told them this, and they didn't listen to me. And they put me on the box anyways.
Fucking listen to us, like, and I'm just gonna talk shit for a second. I'm sorry if you like tiny lights. I personally hate them. It's fine that you like them. I personally hate them. I'm just
You're
gonna
good
talk
company
shit
here.
for a second, okay?
You're good. No, I hate them too, so please open up, rant about it.
We're like, oh, we do lights on our fingers and we do performances. I know, let's make them dimmer. Why?
Whose
Why
idea?
did we do
Whose
this?
idea was
Why
that?
did we do this? We have tint control. If you want your modes to be dimmer, that's fine. I'm saying, like, why did these lights have to go so much dimmer for the sake of the size? And I also, more shit talking, they're not smaller, they're just proportioned differently.
Exactly.
They're taller.
They're taller.
And that
I don't like
messes
that.
with me.
I don't like
I
that
don't-
either.
Like, the only reason you and I have pretty similarly sized hands.
Mhm.
I just only wear mediums because my thumbs are decently long. And there's the tallness of it messes with how small my hands are. And,
Yeah,
like,
no, I
throws
don't
them
like the
off.
feel. I don't like the feel of the Evos at all. I don't like how they sit on my hand. I don't like the form factor. Like, I fuck so heavy with that form factor because of how just like pop they are. And the form factor takes away from it. It just does. I don't know.
You can
I don't
just
know.
feel them on your cuticles way more, and I wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan. It's okay if you like them. That is totally fine. I'm not saying you're bad if you like them. I'm just saying I hate them.
Now, on the other hand, I am saying you're bad if you like them. I hate them. And I will be the villain on this topic. I will die on this hill.
Your lights are bad and you should feel it.
Exactly.
Oh god.
Is
All
it
right.
me? Am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama. Maybe I
Definitely
am.
not.
Maybe I am the villain.
No, we're the shadow government. Josh.
That's true. We are the EL Illuminati.
the EL Illuminati that controls GL.
That's correct.
Controls GL.
CTRLs GL.
All right, let's palette cleanse a bit with some more nice, pretty lights.
Yeah, what else you got? You got six more sets to get through in a half an hour here, so
I think I have 6 more sets. It might be closer to like 3 or 4. I don't know. I didn't
That's
count.
okay.
I should have counted. These lights that I have on my hands took me longer to find than Ravens. Longer to find than both the Micromax Pros and the E Pros. Longer to construct than the Infinity Gauntlet. I have been looking for this set since the release of the original Chromas. And it took so many years, and here we are. The limited edition matrices.
oh, clear bulb matrices. These
The
are
clear bulb.
rare as fuck.
These are arguably, like, second to my Ravens, these are arguably the rarest thing I have. And the matrices themselves, at the time, they were pretty revolutionary, you know, because you had, like, all these different modes. You program 3 colors into the entire set, and then it just has a bunch of flashing pattern options that you scroll through. So comparatively, you know, they don't have necessarily all of the bells and whistles. It's just I wanted to have the 4 mass-produced limited editions, and here I have it with the descending rainbow again because I can't get away from it. So this is kind of like my baby Infinity Gauntlet, the baby Gauntlet, because it's the matrices. So these are kind of my pride and joy. I looked for them for so long, and I want to say there were less than 100 chips even made.
Yeah, there's not a lot of those made. I remember when the Matrixes Freaks came out, that was my first programmable set.
Yep. I had matrices as well. I just think I like backtracked and bought them. Yeah, I know my camera keeps going out of focus. I'm sorry. It's an autofocus thing. It's being a jerk. It'll correct itself. So yeah, these guys, I was not gloving at the time, so I don't even know the details of how these were released, who they were even released to. You know, I've heard rumors that it was like only an EL thing, or I don't even really know. And I tried to cheese it, actually. I tried to take original matrices and just solder clear bulbs onto them. just to cheese it. Like, I wasn't gonna go around and say that I actually had them, of course. I just wanted to cheese it, and it didn't work. I tried like a bunch of different bulbs and it did not work. So I gave up on them, and then finally last year, actually, I finally got my hands
Where'd
on
you
them.
find them?
Oh god, he just hit me up on, this guy hit me up on Sell the Lights. I believe he was a TNT member.
Gotcha.
And he was like, hey, I'm in Colorado and I have matrices. And I was like, excuse me? What? And
Did we just become best friends?
Yeah, it was one of those, like, out of the graciousness of his heart kind of things that he was like, yeah, I don't super glove a ton anymore. I know you've been looking for these. All I want are original chrome. Not even the LEs, just the regular original chromas. And I was like,
well, those are still rare though.
Hey, yeah, they're still, the original chromas are really, really nice. In fact, I would argue that the original chromas look better in practice than the limited edition original chromas because of the frosted bulb. But yeah, it was one that I was willing to let go. So like everything that I have the LE version of, I don't have the other version of it because I didn't see a need to. Like that was getting a little expensive.
That makes sense. Yeah. You don't have to have both variations.
Yeah, it was just getting excessive and a little overwhelming, you know, because there's this desire to want to put like a bunch of different sets on all of them, and I was running out of color patterns, so I was like, fine, I downsized it a little bit. I gave my wife my regular oracles, so she can take those. Yeah, that is the four horsemen of the LE apocalypse. Ladies and gentlemen.
You have probably the most complete set of rare chips that I've seen on anyone. So that's fun. You're like a gloving museum.
The goal. That's kind of the goal, is to be like a little bit of a museum so that we could look back and say, you know, like, someone has these, you know, if ever we want to reference them or, you know, look at what they look like. It's productive to have technology in that sense, in my opinion. You know, things I tell myself to make myself feel better.
Well, if you ever want to write about what you know, I know a guy who has a book that he wants to put a version 2 out of.
No way. Now, speaking of being ballsy about soldering and whatnot, I made my own Batrils.
You're what now?
Batrils. That's a coin termed by the orbiting community for frosted chroma controls.
Huh.
And with most Batrils, they are sanded. The bulbs are sanded. But what I figured out is the frosted bulbs on the Flow V2s are the same voltage as the chroma controls. So all I did was swap the bulbs over. So it won't look super crazy, you know, on camera because these are just frosted controls. They look like controls, they function like controls. But I decided to be a little wild child and solder frosted bulbs onto my chroma controls. So they are still worth showing because they're very pretty and I love them.
That's definitely a unique set too. There's no, I don't think there's any. Well, you said that the orbiting community coined it, so there's got to be a lot of the sanded versions, but probably none like yours.
There might be a handful for people who got brave, but yes, the more regularly seen Batrals were either sanded or they had like a spray paint that made glass foggy, like this glass fog spray paint. They like spray painted on the outsides of them and it worked. So there are some orbiters that have Batrals, and I guess you could call these Batrals. So there's them boys.
Those are pretty.
They're lots of fun.
Joshua Helm says put creatures in the second book. I'm pretty sure I've already got a pretty good section on creatures. If you've got a theory that you want to send over to me, I know that I have at least the loose definition in the gloving glossary. But yeah, if there's a theory section, so if you got theory to write up, send it my way. I'll proof it. Shit, Materia's story about drugs got in my book. Think I won't put your stuff in?
Alright.
I actually should probably edit that out for the next book.
It's okay, our community's not all about drugs. Now please come listen to a story about drugs.
Right. Wow, it's just weed. Nobody cares about weed anymore.
No. Alright, just a quick shout out to the fact that I still have Element V1. And there's a reason why this is a big deal.
Were those the sponsor V1s?
No, these are just the original V1s. I was not sponsored when the sponsored V1s came out. But the reason why the Element V1s are so rare is the vast majority of them were flashed over to V2s. The hardware of the V1s is still the same thing. And then there was a hardware remake of the V2s. That's why some chips say V2 on the bottom of them. It doesn't necessarily mean that their programming is the V2s. So Element V1s got ate up really quickly when Emazing offered this like send-in program kind of thing, where you could send in your V1s and have them flash to V2s. And the V1s also have an accelerometer delay on them, where there's a half a second delay between the sequence switching. So what you can do is ride the accelerometer and then just flick it. My camera's doing a terrible job. But with that half a second delay, you can keep the second sequence going without needing to make it go super fast because you're just riding that delay. And then you just let go and it's back.
Wild.
And that is the accelerometer timing that I have on my V2s.
I noticed there's a very similar color set they had on that one too.
Yep, another one of the descending rainbows.
Such a good set. So it's such a powerful color set, honestly.
And everyone loves it. Everyone loves it, from glovers to ravers to, you know, all sorts of
people
stuff.
like colors, and when your color sets aren't overcomplicated, it's even better, which is nice because like you can't overcomplicate a descending rainbow. It's not possible.
No, you can't. All right, kids, we've made it to the end with my pride and joy. It may not seem exciting to you, but it is exciting.
We just need to pause on that for a second because, first of all, she's already showed us the Infinity Gauntlet. She's already showed us the Matrix set, which took her the longest to find. She's already showed us the Raven set. So what could possibly be her pride and joy? What could possibly be better than all of those things? All right, let's hear it.
It's gonna be the Star V2s,
The
Starlight
Star
Element V2s, and it is because it's where my glass diffusers live.
That
and
makes
sense. It's been a little while since we've shown off the glass diffusers. My glass diffusers have stars blown into them.
Gorgeous.
It's like a blue dichro kind of thing. They are really like big and clunky and chunky on my hands. Kind of a little bit of like hyperbolic weight training, if you will.
Right.
But in my glove for glove feature,
Yeah,
this is the set that you see with
Those
my.
are just enormous.
Yep, they're huge. They're bigger than popcorns. The diffusers are heavy. I don't
bet.
really know how to describe it. But here's your prototype of the festival mode on the Element V2s.
Oh.
It's called the Rude set because it's fucking rude. I made it and my friend turned to me and said, well, that's fucking rude. So it starts as a rainbow strobe, and with the right amount of motion, it's now a white hyperstrobe. A violent white hyperstrobe. And I can just sit.
I feel like I
and-
remember when you made that.
Yep. And I remember showing it in Emazing headquarters, and they were like, that's cool, except let's switch it. So the festival mode on the Element V2s, and some of the colors are altered a little bit, but they were like, let's make it a bit more user accessible for everything. But it might not seem super crazy to everybody, and then I think I have like coral on, I have coral on here from the 36s, and these also have dash dots. So
those are rare too. One of a kind.
These are one of a kind, truly
Nice.
one of a kind. My absolute pride and joy. You know, this is really one of the sets that I have that truly cannot be recreated. So while it might not be as cool as every color of iNova, these are very near and dear to my heart. And they have my diffusers and
those would take souls for sure.
They do. They're one of my favorites to bring to shows. So
Fabian says Fixia losing you is good to go non-copyright. So if you want to do another song to that, or I could do it too. I don't know if who he wants to glove. Probably you, because they can see me glove every Thursday. Vio asks, Jest, thoughts on NFT with Book V2? I've actually have thoughts on an NFT with the Book V2. What I would very much like to do with an NFT is make three-dimensional trail art, like gloving trail art techniques that have the rights of my book attached to each copy of the NFT, each version of the NFT. So that anytime anyone would purchase or resell that, what they're essentially doing is purchasing or reselling the rights to make their own run of my written work. And then at that point, you can print physical copies of the book and send them out, sell them, do whatever you want with them. Provide the information to the community while also allowing me to use the NFT system as a way to, get something out of my work, so to speak.
of rent.
Yeah, live off of some NFT money would be pretty cool.
Well,
But
people,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
people, knock on people for wanting to make money off of gloving, but it's like, it's not that I want gloving to make me rich. It's that I would love to support my life doing what I love.
Right. Right.
There's
If I don't
a
have,
difference between trying to exploit an artistic community for money versus wanting to put your heart and soul into it and have it enrich your life in the way you really want it to.
exactly.
So-
Like, at the end of the day, there is not a whole lot retaining people in this art form.
There's
So-
not, no.
Those of us who have dedicated 10 plus years to development of technique, development of community, development of culture, all of these things, for what reason are we not allowed to cash out on some of that? For what reason? For the only reason that most people don't want to pay for it? Like, okay, fine, that's fine, but someone's going to, right? Like, and the other thing is, I'm never gonna go out and charge someone to get a light show.
No,
You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely
that's
not.
never
No.
how
No.
glovers are going to make a living, is by charging people for light show. Like, that's not a realistic thing you would do.
It takes the joy out of the art.
But-
so, that at the end of the day, we still do this because we love to
Right,
go
but
to a
it-
show and watch someone. It's fun.
Right, exactly. And what it comes down to is what we do have to do something in order to get that check to come in, and what it comes down to is content creation for most of us, except that content creation for most of us doesn't really what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't really hit the way it's supposed to hit. So we got to keep working at it. I got to keep working at it. We're going to keep streaming on Thursdays, and we've been steadily seeing some growth here in these streams, which is very, very cool. And, you know, if the stream ever pops off, then we really don't have to worry about that kind of thing, because streaming and gloving, streaming can be the thing that pays, and gloving doesn't ever have to, and I'm okay with that. Like, I'm really okay with that. But at the same time, I also produce something for that reason.
Yeah, and anytime you see a glover going out and doing something, you know, kind of against the grain, kind of, you know, not what you're used to, you know, like your book, for example, like not at all used to that kind of content. We're just trying things, you know, just kind of, I mean, the book was obviously your I don't mean to say that your book was you just trying something, of course, but
right, but in a sense it was, but in a sense it was, because
in a sense it was,
because when I first got the idea for a book, I thought this is not a good idea. This is nobody's gonna read it, nobody's gonna want it. But then thinking about it more and more and more, the idea that there wasn't one yet outweighed the idea that nobody wanted one.
Right.
And that's where I was just like, well, this has got to happen, because at any art form worth its salt, any sport, any technique, anything that has any amount of culture added to it has a book, has a history to it. So like there's something there.
Yeah, there's something there with all of this, you know, new frontiers and things that we try to charge off on and explore. And if it's not successful, then we learned. So, you know, all of you guys, the audiences out there, you know, I just always want to say, you know, give us a bit of credit with some of this, that it might look weird, it might look like off the wall or what you're not used to, but we're really just trying to keep it going, keep it afloat, keep people engaged. You know, because
I like that you said off the wall, because realistically what we're doing is throwing shit at the wall to see if it sticks. And if it's off the wall, that's because it didn't stick yet.
Yep, just throwing things. You know, we have a dramatic change in what's happening with internet entertainment, especially with what happened. You know, it was already happening before quarantine, and then quarantine really just kind of set it in place. So a lot of us are kind of, you know, scrambling to figure out, you know, like catching back on with it and keeping it going and everything. So we always appreciate all of you guys' support throughout all of this, you know, giving us the platforms to be able to explore this and push it forward. You know, it's a blessing. It's an absolute blessing.
Our
I think
weirdness
that's why
being supported by their weirdness is an absolute blessing for sure. You're absolutely right about that.
It's a form of healing I can't describe. You know, it really is. It's light therapy, and the therapy of, you know, like being around people who are just as stoked about this. It's been one of the greatest forms of healing that I know I've ever known, and it contributes to why I would have such a hard time quitting, because there's a sense of gratitude that comes with it, you know?
Yeah, I love that. It just it really is. Listen, we most of us do this for the attention, but there is something to be said about the attention that we get from it, and then that it can be very healthy at the same time. Snap says, I'm gonna move Josh's book like how Jehovah's Witnesses spread the word of God. I like that. And then Joshua Helms said, I swear to God, if nobody dresses like a minister and walks around a fest trying to convert people into gloving, I'm gonna cry. That's a YouTube video.
That's a folly.
That's a YouTube video. I'm gonna mark this.
That's a folly turtle assignment.
That's next time I see him, I'm gonna make that YouTube video. I'm gonna get him dressed up like Jesus, and we're gonna go around converting people into gloving with the book. That is a great idea. Vio says, I support people finding ways to monetize gloving. It's going to allow our art to show, and I'm trying to work with some producers and works on collabs on music videos. See, what would be really cool is to get some 3D models of glovers doing techniques, so that those 3D models can be then sold to VFX artists who use them in their concert playbacks and whatnot. I really think there's a window there that we haven't exploited, for lack of a better word.
I think there's a window even into video games with
yeah,
this,
exactly,
you know?
exactly.
the motion capture stuff. Like one of the games that blew me away was Detroit Become Human. I don't know if you guys have seen that one, but the game is like pretty much acted the entire way.
Right.
There's hardly any animation. It's like pure motion capture. The new Matrix game, which I did not like the new movie, controversial, but
Wasn't
the
great.
new game, it wasn't great. The new game that they've made is finally being produced on Unreal Engine 5, and it honestly looks indiscernible from reality. It's pretty crazy.
saw
So
that. It
we're
was
starting
very
to approach
photorealistic.
this. You know, I mean, we can always, you know, strap on the hope. Like, J-Funk choreographs Doctor Strange.
Right.
Like, that is so cool. J-Funk is in the original Doctor Strange.
Right.
He's-
Every time I watched that movie, I paused it and I was like, I know that guy. I know that guy.
I know that guy.
I know that guy.
I know that guy. I know that. That's my, yeah.
It's my friend.
So like, J-Funk is out here doing hand techniques and dances. Like, if you guys watch Doctor Strange, when he does this to turn and open a wheel, when you guys are like, oh, that looks like a whip. It is a whip. It is. It was taught that way. So the more that we can kind of just keep being like,
Just keep edging our way into
want these
popular
hands?
culture. J-Funk did a lot to like push that way too. Between the Samsung commercials and what he's done with Marvel, he's done a lot for the culture. So good on
he
him.
has.
We are coming up on the 5-minute warning here, which means we got to start giving stuff away.
Yes, let's start
I want to
giving
read.
some stuff
I want to read some
away.
more of these comments quick though.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Start grabbing stuff together.
Snaps wants to know what your thoughts on Gloving 2. Gloving 1's done, so Gloving 2 is starting. I don't know what that means really, but
I mean, I'll give an opinion when we have a release date. Gloving 2 is probably just the working title, and you know developers are going to push it out a few years.
that's true. That's true. It'll probably just mostly be downloadable content, and we don't like that.
Yeah, paywall.
Paywalls and
that,
downloadable content. We don't like that at all. We're gonna hold on to Gloving 1 for now. Only Hand says, you're the most eloquent, well-spoken, airtight, concise educator in the scene. You made that name for yourself before the book even came into being. So I'm gonna assume he's talking about me because he mentioned a book.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. I appreciate that compliment. I really just want people to know things, and I can info dump for fucking hours. So clearly I do it every Thursday. I info dump at you guys, and you still show up. So thanks.
Gatekeeping in art is weird.
Gatekeeping in art is weird.
It's weird. Like, if you're gatekeeping something that can actually hurt someone, you know, like an applied science, or,
Sure.
you know, like, that's one thing.
Right.
But if you're gatekeeping in something that
Imagine gatekeeping something that brings you joy. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
like the people that are like, this is my band and I only like this band, and then the
Right.
band gets popular and they're like, no, like, why?
Why?
Gatekeeping is weird.
It's so weird.
It's so weird. So we do our best to, you know, and I can understand how it makes us kind of look like we have an air of taking it too seriously. And it's not that we take it too seriously, it's just that we take it seriously. And we want more people to experience this joy and this fun of it, you know, like
Right.
we have our fair share of trolley fun with people. I'm sure you guys see us all over the lounge all
Of
the
course.
time, but like,
I'll tell people all the time not to take gloving seriously, but
Yeah.
I wrote the book on it. So like,
Yeah.
do you think I take gloving seriously?
absolutely.
That's a catch 22. That's a catch 22 right there.
Yeah.
First of all, my name's Jest. Second of all, I don't take anything seriously. So wait a minute. It's kind of it kind of is a dichotomy there, because first of all, yes, I do take gloving seriously, but also, what's my version of taking something seriously? What does that really
Right.
mean? I'm gonna have as much
Right.
fun with it as possible, but I'm gonna commit to it. Taking something seriously to me means commit to something that you're passionate about. That's really what it
Yeah.
means. So
Yeah, that's all it is. Just commit to something, look to see it out on the other side, and you know, it doesn't mean that we're sitting here sobbing into our pillows over Glover's Lounge comments. It means that,
Right.
you know, we wake up every day and be like, "Ooh, this is a good idea in gloving," or "I should do
Right.
this for a video because this is fun." So, I
Right.
did see a comment that I want to talk about. Dismalt says, "Have you ever had to deny a light show?" And I want to talk about this because I
All
think
the
it's
time.
important for me to talk about this.
Boundaries.
All boundaries. All the time. Justin and I both have had to deny light shows tons and tons and tons of times. I will just say that for me personally, I have medical disabilities. And there are some times where I'm in the height of a show and I'm doing it and I'm loving it. And my body is just like, it's time to stop. And I'm like full of pain and I can't move. And even as much as I want to, you know, so like for a lot of people out there, if ever you're like seeing me at the end of a night or something and I look like I'm like mad or irritated or something like that, it's not you. It's me. I'm in pain and I'm sorry. And I hope, you know, if this has ever happened to any of you, that we get another chance. It's never about wanting to turn down a light show or anything for me. Just know that we have human reasons for it.
Sometimes those human reasons are I just don't like you. Listen, I've had that happen before.
There are two
I've
kinds
been,
of
I've
people
been,
in this
I've
chat.
been, I've been disrespected like to my face, and I've just been like,
Yeah.
nah, you can go away. I'm not dealing with you anymore.
I've definitely had some people be a little on like the creepy side.
There's people are just, listen, people are, every person has their flaws, every person has their issues, but also every person has some fucking audacity. Like,
Oh my god. Yep. Fucking audacity.
man. So Joseph Morris says, what's the timestamp for J-Funk in Doctor Strange? And I can't tell you the exact timestamp, but when you see the Ancient One pull, it's right in the very beginning of the movie, when you see the Ancient One pull the enemy into the mirror dimension, and you see them fighting on the wall, there's Caecilius is the main bad guy, and the bunch of his cronies come and try to fight the yellow cloaked lady, the yellow cloaked bald lady. And if you pause it right as the henchmen walk around Caecilius, you pause it, you'll see J-Funk on the left side, I believe. So
Isn't he also in the scene where his henchmen have the guy tied up and then he beheads him? Isn't J-Funk holding one of those chains as
I'm
well?
not sure. I know for a fact that he's in the first part, but I'd have to watch it closer to see if he's in. I thought he gets murked in the first part.
It's also in the beginning. He does get murked in the first part, but in the beginning, I think he's also one of the people holding onto one of the chains.
That may be
so
true.
It's in the
now I have to watch it
very
again.
beginning.
Now I have to watch it again. I'll give you that timestamp after I watch it again.
Yeah, we'll find the timestamp. I also see a bunch of people popping off in chat asking us to talk about Void Dreamers from Vietnam. They're fire. They're incredible. What else is there to say?
I love Void Dreamers. I talked to Long a couple of times. I still support his gloving Patreon. If you don't support his gloving Patreon, you should go support his gloving Patreon. Even if he doesn't post anything to it, you should just go and support his gloving Patreon, just for the sake of it.
Void Dreamers is what's so amazing about them is, if I recall correctly, during like the lights on phase when Long was first coming about, those guys were passing around one glove set. One glove set.
I did not know that.
Yeah, because Vietnam is not it is not as economically privileged as we are. I think it's like the gentlest way I could say it. And even in some of the videos, you'll see some of the Void Dreamer kids, and I'm sure they like have their own lights and stuff by now, but in the beginning when they were first coming out about it, if you see Long in some of these videos that he has like reds in his set, that's because the lights were dying.
I remember that. I remember a couple
These
of his
guys,
sets dying.
Yeah, they were gloving with like half dead lights and just being like, light is light, we'll just use it. So not only is Void Dreamers extremely hungry and extremely passionate, they're innovative, and they really want to move the gloving scene forward in Vietnam. And as
it's
our
crazy
own
because they did that a lot. They actually grew faster and quicker and more talent than anyone since Hawaii, I would say. So.
Pretty much, yeah. They made the biggest splash since Hawaii. So Void Dreamers, huge shout out to you guys. You're the movers and shakers of the Vietnam scene, and you're honestly an inspiration to all of us.
I would also like to shout out specifically Hoodie
yes.
for every cluster thing that he's ever made. He is. I would say he's probably due for a a promotion to cluster regional manager of the West.
Yeah, no
so-
kidding.
Or the East, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, the East. That makes more sense.
Getting
We're
on
West over here.
Clusterfucks is not enough. He needs to be promoted.
Right. Let's see here. What else do we have? People are popping off in the chat, honestly. I love it.
People are popping off.
Let's see. Imagine practicing for weeks just to get a chance to wear lights. Damn.
Yeah,
that hurts.
seriously.
It
though.
really hurts, but they still did that though. Like that's
They
that's
did
what's
that.
so
Like,
crazy about that.
I'm over here throwing a fit when one of my 24 sets isn't working, and these guys are over here.
Right. Literally, I see
About
one
chips or
chip
privilege. Jeez.
one chip dim and I'm changing the whole battery set, and these guys
Yep.
are letting the chips die and still using them because they gotta.
Because they gotta, I'm
Commitment.
over here like, this is not as bright as the rest of them. Ugh, and it doesn't even show up on camera, and we switch out the whole set.
That happens.
Like,
That really do be happening.
yeah.
All right, so we are over our time. So let's do our
Oops.
giveaway here. Clearly,
Cool.
we've been having fun here, we've got a lot to talk about. 2 people who can
Always.
info dump for hours. Imagine that.
Love language info dumping.
So, Sari, I'm gonna have. Well, do you want me to do the random number generator, or do you want to do the random
Yeah,
number
yeah. If you could do
generator?
the random number generator.
All right, so
What should we do first, guys?
how are we gonna do? Yeah, so let's do a couple of broken up giveaways here.
Okay.
You have how many packages to give away?
I have 4.
4 packages to give away.
I have 3 sets of just casings, and then I have that set of matrices. So,
Okay, so pick a number in chat between 1 and 100.
are we gonna
And-
tell them, or are we just gonna say, "Congrats, you won this one"?
Well, you're gonna pick what we're gonna give away in what order. So that's up to you.
Okay. Okay.
So what are we
okay.
giving away first?
Let's start off with Pokeballs. These are 4.0 casings made by EmazingLights that are modified to look like a Pokeball, and they do look like a Pokeball in the gloves. Keep in mind this is for circular 1620 chips only, or 1616s as well, but they must be bigger beans. They're not nanos. So, Pokeballs, let's get those numbers in.
Pokeballs. Okay, so it looks like 2 people have selected the number 42. So Dalton, pick a different number because you selected 42, and so did someone else. Joshua says, "I'm literally Professor Oak. I require them."
I'll be making casings again here soon, guys. I kind of
Dismal,
took a
pick
bit of a
another
hiatus.
number. Okay, Dismal got 16. That's good. Dalton picked 21. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of numbers. If you guys are holding out for some reason, we're gonna go ahead and run it. So if you don't have your number in, you're gonna miss out. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. 97. The closest without
97.
going over looks like it's Joseph with 73. Is there any number bigger than 73? I think it's Joseph. Joseph Morris with 73.
73, alrighty.
All right, so Joseph, you're gonna have to send your mailing information to Sari.
Yes. If you guys want to send things to my Starlight Facebook page, that would probably be easier. That inbox is a little bit easier for me to get a hold of. But congrats, these are for you. You'll get a full set of 10, and I include all of my custom casings with a warranty. So if anything ever happens to them, let me know.
I
I'll
lied.
get you
I
more.
lied. I'm sorry,
Oh.
Joseph. I see a 76 here for snaps. and that was before the 73, so I didn't scroll high enough. I'm sorry, Joseph, you did not win the Pokeballs. Snaps won the Pokeballs. Snaps was 76. That's correct. That's correct. I did not see that at first, but I double checked it. You are correct. So Dustin, you got it.
Dustin. Yep.
Dust-
Just DM me on Facebook, Dustin. I'll get you that.
So nice, Dustin. I am so
Okay.
sorry, Joseph, for psyching you out there. We got 3 more opportunities though. What's the next one we're gonna give away? Hold it up to your left, because the RNG box is gonna be over it. A little more to your. That's the other. That's your right, isn't it? No, that's,
Okay.
yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. That's your. Okay. That's your.
There we
Your
go.
right.
Okay.
My left. Got it. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold it up
All
over
right.
there. Cool.
So next up, I have this for anybody that has evolutions. These are evolution casings that will work for the Chroma evolutions and Spectra evolutions, and they're a little turquoise top mod with a dot. And these are kind of special just because there aren't a ton of evolution casings out there. So for those of you guys with Evos that are looking for a little bit of custom for you, these are up your alley.
All right, so spam those numbers into chat. Anything above JJ's yeet does not count for this giveaway. So go ahead and spam your numbers in the chat. If I see, if I'm gonna see at least 10 numbers in chat before I do the giveaway.
Stage left says only.
Stage left, yeah. Like
That was good.
that's. Joseph hits us with the 69. That's nice.
Nice. That's
I've
nice.
got. JJ says, "Don't count mine. Don't count your 12. Why not? You don't. Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't want those ones.
Bro, you gotta put negative numbers and shit. Like, get on my level.
I'll wait for a couple more numbers here.
I'm just trying to hit him with my backlight so you can kind of see him a little bit more clearly. Keep in mind, guys, that all of these are always going to look best with white tints, just because there's a lot going on with them. But that doesn't mean you can't use them with other color sets. If you want them to look like real nice, use white tint.
Yeah, we are doing new numbers. It looks like you already put your new number in for 82.
Evolution casing. 1225 EmazingLights chips.
Alright, if you're just joining us, we're giving away stuff, so smash that like button and spam a number between 1 and 100 in the chat, and you might win something. I'm done. I forgot I don't actually have Evos. Sorry, Joseph. It's fine. We don't want you to have Evos because Evos suck. We want you to have good lights.
Here we are. We don't like the Evos, and I'm like, now you can win.
Now you can win something that we don't
casing.
like.
You can modify these to make them fit like QT lights and stuff like that. I think these might actually be modified. I'm not sure.
Alright, it seems like it's slowing down here, so I'm gonna go ahead and run this one. 24 is the winner. Looks like 23 is the closest without going over. So Vio wins with the 24.
I'm ready.
So, do these polish the turd? Only Anne says, do these polish the turd? Yes, they do. They
Yes,
do
they
indeed
do.
polish
They
the
do
turd.
indeed.
That's funny.
All right.
Alright, Vio, hit up Sari. Sari, do you want to, like, maybe give them your email address that they can send you an email so you can,
Oh, yeah.
um,
Let me.
just, like,
Do you want
kind
me
of
to? I'll.
put it in chat.
can-
Yeah, put it
Yeah,
in the
I'll-
chat so people can.
I'll put it in chat. Also, keep in mind the chat. The account that I'm using from is my alt account, so there are no light shows on this page. Am I a weirdo because I do that? I have like a light show page and then I have a.
No, I think that's normal.
Okay. See. Whoops. Be helpful if I have the right address. That's not my MSN. That's my Gmail. There we go. Why
Can I
did
just
it
take a
highlight
second?
like that?
Can I just take a second to highlight the fact that the song that's playing right now was made by one of our friends, and it sounds like it was made by Ganja White Knight in their early career.
Who's playing? I can't hear the music still. Who's playing?
Dave Sepulveda made this song, and I don't know what he calls his music production project, but he made this, and I'm literally astounded at how good it is.
I'll have to get the track later.
I'll send it
Yeah,
to you.
so I just dropped my, if you look at the Psychotic Powerpuff Girl, everyone, I am starlightattoos@gmail.com, so go ahead and, it's nice and easy to remember. So go ahead and send me your addresses on over so I can get you your products.
And what's the next thing we're going to give away?
Let's give away one more set of 4.0 casings before we move on to the matrices. Get everybody a chance to, you know, hype it up, get in here. Next set, another set of 4.0 casings. These are like a rainbow stripe. And across the casings, the rainbow actually like alternates and changes. Again, these look best with white tints. So like anybody out there with cryos or something like that, these would look real nice. 1620 and 1616 circular chips only. Remember that? So we have rainbow 4.0 casings.
All right, guys, anything above snaps is 35 does not count for this giveaway, so spam your numbers in. JJ picked 12. Fuck 12. Everybody heavy in the 30s and the 40s. I don't know why.
Yeah. Did we just talk about 36s and Chroma 40s for too long?
I guess.
Now we've path-walked them.
Now there's so much love for the 30s and the 40s, I guess. Alright, looks like we got at least 10 numbers in here. Except that Snaps, what'd you pick? What'd you pick? 35 or 36? Helm says change mine to 66. Okay.
Execute Order 66.
Whatever the most recent number I see from you guys is going to be your guess. So if you said something and then you changed it, it's going to be the most recent one. Young Grimy says, no idea what's going on, hot out. Well, thank you for stopping by and see you later.
Thank you, come again.
Oh, Blah did 36. I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna run it. Get your numbers in if you haven't already. In 3, 2, 1. 68. 68 is the winner. And it looks like we have
56, yeah?
66, I do believe, is the winner. Wait, where was it? Who had 66? I see change mine to 66 is what Joshua Helm said, so that's the winner.
That be the winner.
That be the winner. Joshua Helms, as we've been saying, Sari, type your thing into chat and I'm gonna pin it so that people can see your email address.
I'm gonna put my fancy little light down here for a second. Okay, it's in and it tagged me for some reason. But yeah, it's starlightattoos@gmail.com, guys. Send me your addresses for your winning.
Yeah.
And get yourselves ready
All right.
for the big boy.
Only hands. I didn't see you say change mine to 67 until after I had pulled that that didn't pop up in chat until after I had called 66 the winner. So that's not how that works. The next one is the matrices.
Yep. the
Last one.
Final one is a full set of EL matrices. These also have custom rainbow casings, except they're going in like a wheel instead of stripes. And these will include 100 batteries, 1620 batteries, along with medium whites. I'm sorry, guys, I don't have any other sizes. But yeah, EL matrices, full set of 10. Let's get our numbers in there. One of the older, more discontinued light sets. Yeah.
Well, so let's see here. Only hands. I did not. You didn't say change mine to 67 until after I clicked the. Until after I clicked the thing. So. Look, you might have said it before, but the way this delay works is it didn't pop up until after I hit it. So I'm sorry, that one's not gonna count. No more changing because then we get confused. You gotta pick your number. I'm pretty sure 69 on the matrices is the first. No. The first number is my next number is 48, which means snaps is the first number.
Okay.
With 48. And looks like we got numbers in.
These guys can also tolerate both 1620 and 1616. Pretty cool.
All right. I'm waiting on a few more numbers. Anyone else wants to get in?
Let's get in
Everybody
here.
is putting their numbers literally one away from each other. We got 60, we got 77, we got 69, we got 70. You guys are
Watch, it's
trolling
gonna be
each other.
12.
You guys literally are trolling each other.
It's gonna be 12.
It is probably gonna be 12, is what it's gonna be.
13.
All right. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. 54. 54. Looks like 53 could be a good one.
Oh,
Looks like Fabian wins with 53.
great. That would do it.
Fabian is a winner with 53.
Congratulations. I've won the Matrix.
That is a vibe. All right. Well, thank you all for vibing with us for significantly longer than we usually go on a Thursday night. Like I said,
Yeah,
we have
sorry.
a lot to info dump about, so that was it was good. Thank you
stuff.
for
Thanks for
showing
having
us
me.
all of your toys. That was a lot of fun. So, once again, guys, if you have not gotten Sari's email address for your stuff, she's gonna plug it one more time.
Wait, one more time. It's just starlighttattoos@gmail.com.
So, did I? Okay. The one last thing I wanted to say is before we go is make sure you get your You Got Moves whites.
Yes.
Go to yougotmoves.com/gloves. Get your bundles so that we can make chips eventually. I also want to shout out once again Jacqueline for sending me this hoodie from her shop, shopstarborn.com. Use code Jest3M. Actually, it's just code Jest. Use code Jest at Shop Starborn for awesome hoodies like this one. Very cool stuff. And of course, obviously the You Got Moves and the EmazingLights and all that stuff. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
We had a lot of you in here vibing with us tonight. We really appreciate that. Stay tuned for next week, same time, 7 p.m. We'll get someone. Maybe we'll get someone else. Maybe I'll give away the foot cam gloves. Who knows? One of the two.
Oh my.
That was not my finest hour, all right. But listen, it had to happen. All right, once again, guys, thank you for stopping by on this fine Thursday, and don't forget, it's better to be weird than boring. See you next time.